What is up, Ravens flock, and Merry Christmas to us and the Baltimore Ravens as the Ravens go into San Francisco and teach the 49ers how to play defense and also maybe how to play offense. So, what is up, guys? Jordan here with Ravens Flash Report. Ravens dominant in their win over the 49ers. Final score is 33-19. I had it predicted 35-24, so not too far off. Ravens move on to 12-3. Lamar was dominant. Purdy was not. Referee's ability to backpedal was also not. And we're going to get into the stats of the game. We're going to get into some players of the game for offense and defense. Like the video, subscribe if you're new, and let's get to it.
They're going to get a Super Bowl out of me. Believe that. Believe that. I'm a Raven. It's on. All year. Every year.
So first, I want to real quick shout out the 49ers. McCaffrey had 103 on the ground with another 28 through the air, as well as handing the Ravens their fifth rushing touchdown against this defense on the season, so only their fifth. Kittle and Ayuk, they went over 100 yards each. Warner's a beast on defense, and he had a fun little exchange, it looked like, with Lamar when he blocked one of Lamar's passes, so I like to see that, sportsmanship back and forth between players, respectful and all that. Also, shout out to the 49ers fan base on YouTube. A lot of nice and positive comments on a couple of videos that I did this week. And, of course, some good nature ribbing as well. So, thank you to the 49ers fans who checked in. So, first things first, we're going to get into the stats of the game. So, we're going to start with Lamar's stats. Lamar goes 23 of 35 for 252 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. He was sacked twice. Passer rating of 105.9. Right into the rushing stats, Lamar leads the way, 7 attempts, 45 yards, his longest being that 30-yarder. Gus Edwards had 9 for 31 and a touchdown. Justice Hill, 10 for 26. So, decent game rushing. Nothing to really knock your socks off or anything like that. From the rushing standpoint, they did go over 100 yards just barely. So that is now 100 yards in every single game of the season. They get 102 total rushing yards. Receiving, Zay leads the way in both targets, attempts, and yards. So he gets 9 of 13 for 72 yards and a touchdown. Likely 3 of 4 for 56. Edwards 1 of 1 for 39. Justice Hill 3 for 3 for 31. Kolar 1 for 1, 17. Bateman 1 for 4 for 14 yards. Beckham 2 for 3 for 13 yards. And Aguilar 3 for 4 for 10 yards and a touchdown. And Ricard was targeted once, but again, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 targets. So again, it continues, like I said, and how they can dominate them. When they pass the ball to different receivers, they get the ball spread out. All of a sudden, it opens up, and everybody has to cover everybody else, and it just makes somebody else open. So they continue to dominate and continue to have a great scoring game, an offensive game, when they open it up. So let's get into these defensive stats because, man, this was such a dominant performance by the defense. Before we do that, though, Justin Tucker, 4 for 4 field goals with a long of 41, made all of his extra points. So he continues to slowly build back up that resume of percentage points. So on the defense side, Roquan Smith leads the way with 8 tackles. And other than that, I don't know, it didn't really feel like I saw him a lot. I mean, I saw him a couple times on McCaffrey and everything, but really quiet day from Roquan overall. The team overall is a defense. I mean, 4 sacks, 5 picks, and under 20 points given up to the second highest scoring offense in football. Purdy on the day, he has 11 interceptions on the season now. Before the game, it was 7. So, I mean, just an absolutely dominant performance by this defense. The players with interceptions are 1 for Queen, 1 for Marcus Williams, 2 for Kyle Hamilton. We'll get into him. And Marlon Humphrey gets 1 as well, his first of the season. So that's pretty cool. Unfortunately, the only negative from this, from a defensive side of the standpoint, is Justin Madubuike did not get a sack. His streak ends. He did not break the NFL record for having the 12th game in a row with at least half a sack. So that was a little bit disappointing. But, we got a sack from Kyle Van Noy. We got 2 sacks from Urban and 1 sack for Clowney, but one of Urban's sacks definitely was initiated by Clowney's pressure. So that was really cool to see. A lot of passes deflected or defended. One from Queen, one from Marcus Williams, two from Brandon Williams, three from Kyle Hamilton, two from Humphrey, one from Jones, and Travis Jones, and one from Clowney. So just, I mean, they were everywhere. And they came in with energy that was just, the 49ers could not match their energy. They couldn't, on offense or defense. They just looked flat. And the Ravens looked like they were pumped to play this game. They looked like they were coming out there to hit somebody. So, offensive player of the game, Lamar. I mean, it was Lamar. He boosted his MVP status to simply just, he is currently the MVP. I mean, Christian McCaffrey didn't hurt his case for sure today. He was mostly the offense, at least for the first half, against the Ravens defense. But I mean, Lamar was just, he was just the MVP. He was. So, um, I also had a couple of ideas for the offensive play of the game. Lamar's 30-yard run on 3rd and 16 right before the halftime to set up Tucker for a 28-yard field goal, which took the score from 13-12 to 16-12 right before the half. I also thought about Gus Edwards' 39 catch and run, his one of the night. It was on a 1st and 10 in the third quarter. It set up the Aguilar touchdown for the Ravens to go up 23-12. But the one for me is actually the 4th and goal Edwards touchdown. It was the first touchdown of the game for the Ravens. They went from 3 to 5 to 10-5, and they didn't lose their lead again. And I just thought it was a very good tone-setting score. Like, no, we're going to get in, we're going to score this, and then we're going to continue to dominate you on defense. So, defensive player and plays of the game, Hamilton. It's 100% Hamilton. I did see him sitting on the sideline. Obviously, the knee injury is scary and it's concerning. I want to see. Obviously, we'll find out more in the next few days or so. Whatever. I'm sure he's going to have X-rays done and whatnot. So we'll see what's going on with that. But plays of the game. I mean, Hamilton's first pick on the 49ers' first drive. They were moving the ball on us. That was pretty scary first drive for them. So that pick was huge just to keep them from scoring. Brandon Stevens' batted pass into Marlon Humphrey's pick, I thought was also awesome. And then even just the defensive stop at the end of the game, to Marcus. I mean, they had the ball at the goal line. They were 1st and goal, and on 4th and goal, Marcus Williams gets that pick to basically seal the game away. So those were all ones I thought of. But the defensive play of the game for me has got to be Hamilton. He gets blocked in the back, down to the ground, and then gets up. He draws the penalty, but gets up and catches up to where the play is and catches the batted pass for his second interception. Batted pass from Humphrey, who's covering Kittle. He gets his second interception. It was just great effort. It's what you want to see from your playmakers, right? It's his second pick of the night and stops another drive. It's just an amazing, amazing play by Hamilton. So some extra notes here. McCaffrey was a problem for the Ravens in the first half. So they were able to, again, correct that. I don't have it up in front of me how many yards he had in the first half versus the second half, but I would guarantee, even just because of that long run that led to his touchdown was in the first half, I guarantee you the second half had much less in the way of rushing yards, especially for McCaffrey. So best series for the Ravens basically was just an incredible series of plays for them, and I'm going to lay it out for you for both offense and defense. So Ravens are up 16-12 with 12:09 left in the third, and it's 2nd and goal. Lamar escapes pressure, because of course he does, scrambles out to the left and hits Aguilar for the touchdown. The clock is at 12:07. Ravens are going up 23-12. Niners are 1st and 10 at their own 25. Purdy throws a pick to Patrick Queen. Clock is now at 11:52. Ravens are 1st and goal at San Fran's 9. Lamar does a beautiful fake toss to Edwards and throws to a wide open Zay Flowers for the touchdown. Clock is now at 11:49. Ravens are up 30-12. In 20 seconds, the Ravens scored 2 touchdowns, picked off Purdy, and absolutely broke this game open, as well as the wills of the 49ers team. I think from a defensive standpoint, you really can't get any more elite, any more on point than you are in this game. So we scored 33 points on, probably one of the top 5 defense, and we held a top 2 offense to 19 points. So amazing, amazing win. Best team in the NFL is the Ravens. Hope you guys have a nice week if you got time off. Hope you have a nice time off. But again, Merry Christmas, guys, and we will see you all soon for the preview for the